Hello and good evening. Good day. Hope you guys are doing great. Welcome. We're going to continue making the Pyromancer build today. I've pretty much only used Catch Flame up to this point. I actually forgot there's a couple things we can grab here in Liurnia. I totally blanked on that. The first of which is actually at a camp down here. We can get the Fire Monk Prayer Book. I don't think any of the Fire Monk spells are any good, but I'm still going to go grab it anyway because, you know, we're trying to play the role, you know? May as well have them ready to equip whenever. And I think it might be fun to just try them out and see how it goes anyway. Hope everyone's doing great. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for leaving a like on the video. It means a heck of a lot. What's up, Robman? Hey, Bavesh, Gizmo, Sven, Optic, Andre, and Mary. Introverted, Michael, Cody. Hello, everyone. How's the vocal? I mean, I'm fine. That's why I took a few extra days off. Let my mouth heal up. I'm good to go. I am good to go. There's just something about specifically it was the stitches that was causing me a lot of pain. I think it's just because when you move your mouth around a lot, it just like pulls a little bit. Not that you intend for it to pull, but it's just stitches are very much so put in place to keep things in place, right? And I think that moving my mouth around, even just enough, just caused a lot of annoyance and pain. Hey, Orthanos. Hey, Broku. Majin Kai, hello. Hey, John. Hope you're doing well, too. You're digging the pyro run? Hell yeah, Rob. Hey, Pebbleson. Good evening. Give this guy the Fire Monk Prayer Book and then see what we can buy from it. Study incants. Blessing to self and nearby allies. Oh, Flame. Oh, that's the stronger version of Catch Flame. And then Surge O Flame. That spell sucks. Surge O Flame is so bad. But I'm going to pick these up anyway. I'm going to pick them up anyway. Hey, RFI. Hey, Bren. Stehen. Hello. Yes, Pope Turtle. Hey, Welsh. Hey, Jojo. Hey, Degree. Alright, we have these spells. Isn't there another spell here? I'm thinking of another fire spell. Another fire spell. Is Flame Cleanse Me in this area? Why am I thinking Flame Cleanse Me is somewhere around here? I'm drawing a blank on this. Hey, Kira. Actually, yeah, isn't it over at this little Fire Monk camp right here? Is that where Flame Cleanse Me is? Why am I remembering that? It's been a few months since I've gone and grabbed it, obviously. I've not played a whole lot of Elden Ring as of late. It is here? Okay, cool. I'm glad I remember. I'm glad. Not that I'm going to be using this a lot, but I still want it in my pockets. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. I turn 18 in 2 days, so I figure so if I figure it out, you're going to be my first dono. Well, hell, man, that's cool. 2 days you're 18, so on the 15th? Or is it going to be the 16th for you? Either way, that's cool, dude. Happy birthday to you. Memorize spell. I don't have a whole lot of spell slots. Let me get rid of this because I can't use that yet. Let me put on O Flame and Surge O Flame. O Flame is just a stronger Catch Flame. a little bit longer to cast. And then Surge Flame is like flamethrower hand. This spell sucks so bad, though. It sucks so bad. The 15th, so you're 18 on the 15th? That's cool, man. Dobby's chattering at me, and I don't know why. He's such a dork. We did get the spell from Adon, Thief of Fire, so that's good to go. I don't think there's anything else fire related here. Oh, you know what? Let's go get Blood Flame Blade right there. Blood Flame Blade is the closest thing to being able to enchant my weapon with fire, so we're just gonna go grab that. I would say that I could go grab like just the flame wet blade, so I could just put flame or fire on my sword that way, but that it doesn't actually make the appearance of your weapon change. And for me, the appearance here is actually important. So let's go grab this instead. Hey, Barge. Is this a flashback? Yes, this is a flashback. Hello. What's up, Crashy? You can go all flamethrower? That's true. At least we can go all flamethrower. Are we fighting Radahn today? There's a big chance of that, yeah. Can I cast this from horseback? I can, but it doesn't really seem to work so well. Alright, come here. Flamethrower. Gonna flamethrower you. Good God, that's awful. Come here. Good God, that is awful. Awful, terrible damage. Why is that so bad? Why did they make flamethrower hand so bad? It is terrible, dude. Hey, Laura, how you doing? Hey, Allie. This does not seem efficient. No, that spell is incredibly inefficient. It's one of the worst in the entire game, unfortunately. You would think, you know, a direct river or stream of flame from the palm of your hand would do better than that. You finished Elden Ring or Elden Crab? Yes, I finished another Crab's thing, whatever that game is called. I can't remember. I'm already drawing a blank. Another Crab's game. The Crab guy. Yeah, I finished it. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything else out here. I do know that there's a guy there I want to fight, so we can go get Vike as well. I guess we'll go do that. Another Crab's Treasure. That's the game. Yes, I did complete it. I had to buy a new monitor. My last one, a 32-inch Asus 3D 120Hz, 20 years old. Finally ate the bullet the other day after stream. I mean, 20 years out of a single monitor? I mean, you were overdue for an upgrade for a while anyway. It's fine. I mean, congrats on getting that much life out of a single monitor. Holy. Holy. I don't think there's anything important by killing the boss down that way, so I'm just going to go this way. I'll be checking out Hades 2. Not during early access, no. I'll play it when it's in full release. I already know I'm going to enjoy it, so I don't see the value in checking out early access. For me, I use early access stuff as a way to check out a game if I'm unsure about it. If I don't know if I'll like it, but I'm curious, then I'll try it then. But if I know I'm going to like it, then I skip early access and I wait until full launch. I would rather a full experience. Crab's Treasure was a blast. Yeah, it was a good little game. It was a good little game. What's up, damn squib? When the Elden Ring DLC comes out, are you planning to do more boss guides? I will likely do some boss guides for the bosses in that, yeah. I'll likely do like my own playthrough, and then after my playthrough is done of the DLC, I'll do it again on a different character. At that point, I'll do some type of guides. Oh, Flame cannot be chain casted. That makes Catch Flame still superior. I guess it's better in a, like, if you like can't chain cast at any one point for whatever reason, it'll be better, but yeah. What's up, Insulin? Man, forgot the crit on this weapon is insane. You can catch flame into O flame? Probably. But the question is, why would you? Oops, wrong weapon. I want to try this. Yeah, you can, but that's just really not of any value. For the time that you can get off that combo, you can do 3 catch flames without extra button presses. May as well go that route, to be honest. That, and you can air cast Catch Flame too. Catch Flame just gives you that extra mobility edge. The big advantage with Catch Flame is it's one of the few spells in the game that there is no sigil that pops up. So it's just an instant cast. You see how there's no sigil there, but there is for O Flame? Watch. You see that sigil, that circle sigil that comes up? That really slows things down. If it didn't have that, if it was just a purely stronger and wider Catch Flame, it would be a direct upgrade. But because it lacks that, it's just not worth using. Unless you find yourself in an instance where you just, I don't know, I feel like it takes 50% more time to cast. So if you don't have time to cast Catch Flame twice, but you do have time to do O Flame once, then I guess it's worth it then. But I feel like that's such a niche instance that even then you're just still better off keeping the mobility with Catch Flame anyway. What's up, Osnos? Your favorite incantation? I mean, I've always been fond of Catch Flame. I've always been really fond of it. Prophet was actually the very first class that I chose when I played this game for the first time. Because I do enjoy pyromancy and Souls-likes. Generally. So it's always like, it's always been my thing. Worth it. That's why I've always been such a big advocate for it. I've just always liked it since the very first time I played the game. Have you guys thought about maybe not? Let me sit at the site of grace, and then we're gonna go get Vike. Where is the site of grace? There it is. What's up, Screamer? I think if they wanted to scale this properly, they would either have to reduce the damage of Catch Flame or raise the damage of O Flame proportionately. And from a PvE perspective, if they were to ever nerf Catch Flame, I feel like they would just be doing the entire idea of pyromancy a great injustice. Catch Flame is risky because it's a point-blank ranged spellcast, right? As a spellcaster, you have to expose yourself to anything melee range. So getting rid of its damage just to make the other spell look better is a bad play. That, and I do think that nerfing something just to make something else look better in general has always been a bad play in games anyway. Reducing the power of something just to make something else seem stronger is never a good idea. It just creates an even larger imbalance. What they should have done from the get-go is just made O Flame hit harder. Just straight up made it hit harder. Oh. Goodbye, Vike. Bum, bum, bum. Hey, Gerald, how have you been? Like, you know how scary it is going melee range against Vike when he has that war spear? My god. Vike is terrifying. Going in point-blank range against him with a spell like that is such a heavy risk. Okay, we got these guys. Is there anything else here that I want to do? I guess we can go grab the tree spear because I like it, and then we'll go to the academy. Hey, Hovey, welcome to the channel. I do not understand Spanish. I do not speak Spanish, so if you could translate that to English, it would mean a lot. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, exactly, Allie. It just creates a weird power creep situation most of the time. I enjoy when devs want to balance things when they see something just not properly balanced, but generally speaking, nerfing things or nerfing one thing to make something else seem stronger is not the play. Just creates a larger issue. You have a pillory on your neck again? Yeah, it's just whatever you start the game with as a prophet. Obviously, this game has been out for a couple of years at this point. I don't think they're going to be too worried about nerfing and buffing a whole lot. Pretty sure the game is where they want it to be, which is fine. It just makes some specific things just of less value. But when you have so many options to begin with, I mean, there's always going to be some things valued less than others. It's just the nature of it. Whenever you have more than one option, there's already a misbalance. It's just the way of the road. What's up, Pantafels? No gamers, if you haven't left a like on the video yet, make sure you do. Leave a like on the video. Helps out a lot. I appreciate that. Where is this waygate? Over here. Is balance the goal, though? I mean, shouldn't some weapons be better than others? Sure, some weapons should be better than others. However, when it comes to overall usefulness, if you want everything to have some type of value, especially in a game, when it comes to games like this, they generally want to keep a balance of things that are... It makes them want to feel like the weapons have some value and should be picked up, at least to be used for a little while. The way these games are is everything is generally useful in some capacity for some build. Making things universally just better than others is something that creates a risk of just why even have it in the game to begin with? Why waste time even programming it to exist in the game, you know? If it exists, it's meant to be used. That's all. Mind of Deb, thank you for 6 months of Twitch Prime. I appreciate that greatly. Thank you. I try to see all your videos since I was in Cuba, and now I moved to Tenerife. Always enjoy it. Hey, Hovey, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you. But yeah, there will always be some things that are better than others when it comes to usefulness. Like universally, like I would say like Bloodhound Fang is probably the most useful weapon in the game universally for pretty much every build. Just because it scales both on strength and dexterity and can be enchanted with literally every type of damage. So I'd say on a universal aspect, it is probably the most useful single weapon in the entire game. It's very broad. But that doesn't mean it's going to be the single best weapon for every single build out there. It just means that it's the most versatile and capable of being used, right? Are there weapons that use madness, and are there enemies that cause madness? There's plenty of enemies that cause madness, like we just had those madness monks as well as the madness rats, the frenzy rats that we just fought at the beginning of stream. And then the only... two things that I think that I can think of that cause madness are Vike's War Spear and then the Fingerprint Shield, but I don't even know if the Fingerprint Shield has madness buildup on it. I can't remember. I want to say it should because it does have, it's the Fingerprint Shield. It kind of makes sense, right? I think those are the only two things that actually do that. And then there's actually some incantations that do it as well, like Flame of the Frenzy and stuff like that. They have madness build up too. Yo, Bren, thank you for a gifted membership and a gifted sub. A gifted sub to Wizzykin and gifted membership to Orthanos. Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you. What's up, Leela? Yeah, I'll be fighting Rennala here in a little while. Doing well, Flotro. How are you? Madness in general, though, I will say, madness in general is not very useful for 95+% of PvE. The only things that you can actually have, the only things that can actually build up madness against are Tarnished. So, like invaders, people that you invade for PvP, dueling in PvP, and then certain enemies in the game that are considered tarnished, like Moongrum, Radahn. You know, just like your standard tarnished type enemies. Nothing else is actually madnessable. Frenziable is the word I'm looking for. Nothing else can be frenzied. However, when something does have madness or frenzy to it, it also has fire damage. So if you have like a fire type build, it's still useful in that regard. And that's not to say that frenzy type spells can't be useful. Flame of the Frenzy has a very broad AoE type damage, which makes it effective against large groups of enemies, makes it a good farming tool. And then there's the other one that's like it's like a sniper rifle. It's like a laser beam or a railgun type spell where it has very long range and good damage to it. Hey, Po Mamba, thank you for 4 months of Twitch Prime, dude. I appreciate that too. Thank you, man. What's up, Roof Bunny? Can't seem to continue after the Godskin duo. Is there an item or door to unlock? No, there's a path outside. After you defeat that boss, Roof Bunny, there's a path you have to follow. One of the doors. You go out one of the doors and it'll take you on a path where you're around a few beastmen of Farum Azula and some of the dogs. You want to go that way. Just explore around. Like, dedicate to every path from that room and you'll find it. I promise. Thank you very much, Pomamba, for 4 months of Twitch Prime. What's up, Binkin? Hey, Hendrax. Had to ban myself from picking up the BHF or find myself relying on it too much. It is quite the crutch, right? Basically, I have no skill and will take whatever advantage I can get. There's nothing inherently wrong with that concept, though. Knowledge in itself adds to skill, right? Think of it in terms of, like, hockey. Knowing how to handle a puck increases your capability of getting better at handling a puck. Knowing how to accurately shoot into a puck into a net will help add to your skill of shooting into a net, right? Knowing how to wield a weapon in Elden Ring will advance your skill and how to fight in melee in Elden Ring. Knowledge itself is part of skill, no matter, you know, the relevance. Are any super chats $3 and over still gonna help with dental bills? I mean, anything at all will help with dental bills, my dude. Anything at all. I don't have the alerts on anymore, though, if that's what you're asking. I do not have text-to-speech and alerts on now. Remember when you first came over to YouTube from Twitch? It's great how consistent you have been with good content and how fast the channel has grown. Great work ethic. You're a rock star. Thank you a lot, Tony. I appreciate the kindness, dude. Thank you very much. That means a heck of a lot, dude. Thank you. What's up, Lisa? Man, that means a lot, Tony. Thanks, dude. Rolled way too early on that. We'll take that. Let me see. We have another spell slot. What do we want to put here? Let's put Blood Flame Blade so we have use for that. I'm going to toss out Heal. We'll get Flame Cleanse Me on there as well. Still trying to decide what talismans I want to use. You know what I need to get as well is, I almost said Fire Spurn May, but that's not what I'm looking for. Flame Grant Me Strength, because that actually adds, I want to say it's 20% extra damage to fire as well. So Flame Grant Me Strength will be pretty nice for this build too. Definitely the Fire Scorpion Charm as well. Hey Jake, how you doing? Sounds good, Gizmo. We'll be here, man. Trying to think of anything important to grab in the area. I know there's a stone sword key. The wrong spell. There's a golden seed in the area. Ow. Stop smacking me with books. We already got Radahn icons, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. There's also the magic wet blade. I'll grab that while we're right here. Ouch. Some grab me strength, 20% physical and 20% fire. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's over in Kayla. I know where to grab it. Just gotta remember to grab it. Even in my deathless runs, I would forget sometimes. Mentally preparing for the next shift. I know that feel, man. This isn't a bad thing, but I have to mentally prepare myself for stream as well. Get myself in the mindset for it, you know? Not to say that I'm not who I am, of course. It's just a matter of... There's always things, you know, when it comes to whatever you do in life that you have to mentally prepare yourself for, whether you realize it or not. Alright, we have to fight Moongrum. Well, the good news is Moongrum can't parry fire. But I can parry his sword. Get parried. You know, that live button is a whole mental game with yourself? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, so how do I want to do this? I think the best bet here is just going to be to Blood Flame Blade. I think it's going to be the best case scenario here. Moongrum is harder than Rennala? I agree. Oh, that little bastard just staggered me. Blood flame is not fire. Flame is suddenly not fire. Interesting. Wow, that was actually a really clean Rennala.
My dear daughter, weave thy night.
No, honestly, the reason why I'm using Blood Flame Blade is largely because if you put fire on the sword in a regular way through the fire wet blade, it doesn't have the appearance of fire. It still appears normal. Which, for me, when it comes to the pyromancy idea, I think it's much more interesting to actually cast a spell on the sword and enchant it with fire that way. It just seems to be more interesting from a role-playing side.
My sweetings, come out.
You can argue semantics all day, but this is my build. And that's more interesting to me.
Aplenty, dither not. Come out, say I. Or will ye be
I think we're done here. Let me go to the Ravine Veiled Village. Let's go get Makar. I just think it looks cooler. It's much more interesting to enchant your blade with fire than to just have it on there via a wet blade. It's just more interesting to me. Yes, Blood Flame does do fire damage, yeah. It does bleed as well, hence Blood Flame. But most of this for me is just the appearance and dealing fire damage via melee because of it. I just think it's much more appealing. It's going to be your final weapon and seal for this build. I think the final seal will be the Giant's seal. And then the weapon is likely just going to be this straight sword. Though some part of me wants to actually find an axe, like the classic Dark Souls Pyromancer. It starts with that hand axe. Maybe I should find an axe that could be fun to do this with. Come here. Sure, I'm just trolling. All right, I see you. I see you. Hey, Puck. Hope you're doing well, too. A wet blade gives your weapon fire, so wet fire, wet as in W-H-E-T. A refinement tool. Sacrificial axe. I mean, that would give me some mana on return when killing things, but can you actually imbue that with Blood Flame? Doesn't it deal magic damage? Wouldn't that negate the idea of being able to imbue it with fire? Anyone willing to look into that? Because that's not a bad choice, to be honest. Getting mana back by wielding it could be a good play. Yeah, I'll be getting the Fire Scorpion charm. Yeah. Oh. I just realized I'm hitting the wrong button. That's why I'm punching things like an idiot. I had it on R1 for so long. I'm out here just punching dudes. Got Flame of the Fist going on, huh? Can just buy hand axe from easily earning merchants. True. Sacrificial axe. This weapon can be infused with ashes of war and buffed with magic and consumables. Okay. So we'll go get that from that death bird after I clear this area. We'll try it out. We'll see what we can do with it. If it's something that I can actually like put Blood Flame Blade on for future use, then I'll make that my weapon. It's actually a good play to get mana back when I kill things, when I wield it, so. Oh, hey, I seem to be fresh out of mana. Interesting. Oh, okay, bye. Hey, Elgarnon. I don't know why. I always thought it did magic damage, which I thought would disallow it from being able to be imbued with any type of element. Man, that just wasted the rune arc I had equipped. That was a stupid, stupid death. Melissa's Greatsword, 5 FP per kill. Sacrifice Axe, 4 FP. Moose Talisman, 3 FP. All can stack. Interesting. M&K? No, I'm on controller. Milos Greatsword. Is that the one from the Dung Eater? I didn't realize that gave you FP back. I guess that would add to the actual use of it, huh? Is that weapon something you can enchant with Blood Flame? It's faster to fire and then swing like that. Hand axe is a good play too. It's just like without it actually giving me anything on return, it just makes it less useful. Though it would be more original to the Dark Souls pyro. Sword of Milos cannot be enchanted. Okay. I would actually consider getting that if I could, but or if it could, but since it cannot, we'll just not worry about that. What's up, Robin? How you doing? Started playing For the King 2 and it's super addicting. You should check it out. What's it all about, Flo? Can you explain the game to me? Thanks, Andre. I think Sacrificial Axe is going to be the play. Just for that a little bit of extra added benefit. I love that fire just instantly detonates all the explosives on in their backpacks. Even if it doesn't outright kill them, it outright kills them. I think it's a cool little mechanic. Go with Magma Curved Sword. Yeah, I mean, that is a choice too. Just do I want to farm it, you know? If it wasn't such a one, it's got to be easily one of the most difficult weapons to farm. If it was more farmable, like easier to get by farming it, then I'd consider it. I'll tell you what, when we get to that point in the game, we'll try like maybe 5 to 10 times. If I get it, I'll use it. If not, we'll just move on, you know? I don't want to spend too much time doing that. That lava great curve sword you're going to get now. Yeah, that is a choice. Yeah, I suppose. But do I want to use another great curve sword when I've used so many of them in my recent playthroughs? I don't think I want to use it when I've used so many. The Bloodhound Blade, Bloodhound Fang. Use a torch? True. Yeah, I think something smaller, more one-handable, a little faster to strike. I think that's the better play. I'm going to go with the Sacrificial Axe. We'll grab it after we clear this area. Erd Steel Dagger. No Reduvia? It's not a fire weapon. That's a bleed weapon. Excuse me, ladies. I must go, for my people need me. Smaller and one-handable. That's what your mom said when she broke up with me. Damn, bro. My mom's still out here breaking hearts, huh? Me. Thing is a Tonberry? Yep. It is I, Tonberry. I do no damage to this guy. Alright, come here. I'm gonna go at you with the sword. Come here. Fire. Well. This is my build for the DLC. It'll be a choice for the DLC, but it's not going to be the first one I take in, no. Make yourself over encumbered so you can only walk to the enemy? No, God. Oh, God, no. That sounds like an awful experience. Dude, I do not understand how other, like, content creators will go through and do, like, a fat rolling thing or an over encumbered thing or a walk only or no horse type playthrough. My God, that just seems so dull. How is it interesting to just do everything at a slower pace? No, thank you. I haven't noticed yet, but if you focus on hitting the tails of different creatures, can you cut them off like in Dark Souls? Unfortunately not. It is my #1 complaint about Elden Ring since day one. Not being able to find anything special via knocking off tails or wings from any creature in this game. I know it's a rather unimportant thing overall in the grand scheme of Elden Ring, but man, that is just something so sorely missed for me. What's up, murdery cat doll? Blasphemous Blade? Nah. I feel like Blasphemous Blade is just kinda... That's like a dime a dozen type playthrough, you know? But I miss stuff from like Dark Souls 1, knocking off the gargoyle tail, getting the halberd, and knocking off the dragon tail, getting the drake sword. And that stuff was so cool to me, man. Here's hoping that they bring that back in the future too. I think they should look at all of the niche features of everything from Dark Souls 1 through 3, all the way to Bloodborne, niche things from Sekiro, and then of course Elden Ring type stuff, and then culminate them all into one masterpiece game. I think that would be... We need switch weapons. We need sidearm... Or I'm sorry, like offhand pistols, stuff like that. I think they need to bring all that back. I missed. Okay, that's a sacrificial axe. I can't remember if this is a... somber weapon or what. Let me go figure that out. Okay, tight lines. Pretty sure it's a normal weapon, but I need to verify.
Just lay out you.
Okay, it is normal. Let me get some smithing stones. Smithing stones. Alright, we need 12 of these. And then we need... How many do we have? None of these. Let me buy 12 more of those. Oh. I think I just bought one. Yeah. I'll tell you what. Let me... use one of these. Grab that. Now we can level it up. All the way to like +6 or 7. Make Elden Ring look easy. I've spent way too much time in this game. What's up, Freddy? How you doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I failed because I didn't have enough runes. Alright. We got it to +7. Oh, we can actually get this. All the way to +12. Hell yeah. That's actually really nice. You're inspiring to me, Josh. I don't currently have an incant build for the DLC. No better time than now, right? No better time than the present, tight lines. Okay, I think we are officially done with this area. It's time to go to Caelid, gamers. You ready for Caelid? The Chalice dungeons in Bloodborne nearly got me to rage. See, that's something so missed in this game. Can you imagine if they took all the assets from this game for the dungeons and made Chalice-type dungeons in this game for that? The Chalice dungeons by themselves are really cool because they add a lot of, like, playable value. Because they, you know, they have, like, procedurally generated randomness to them, right? To a certain extent. There's still a certain limit on that, but if they were to take the idea of all the dungeons in this game and then actually make it so there's like rewards for completing different tiers of difficulty dungeons in this, it would just add so much. It really would. I can't believe that was not a thing here. I got Warlow Flame, that's what I wanted here. I'm probably dead to dogs though. Just kidding. I lived, bitch. I lived, bitch. Type of Ash of War. We into this. I'm going to keep Wild Strikes. Honestly, Wild Strikes is incredibly good. If I put Blood Flame on this and then just Wild Strike, dude, it'll do a lot of damage. I don't think there's a need to change that. We're doing all boss challenge with the new DLC bosses. Probably not. I'll get all bosses through the DLC several times, but as far as doing like a deathless run type deal with them, nah. Ow. Did I beat the Deathless attempt at the end? I think I missed it. Yeah, the Deathless run has been done for several months. Let me think. Unless we could just go south. Gonna grab this Site of Grace and we're gonna go get Flame Grant Me Strength. Doesn't that shield shoot fire? It does. It's like a little cannon. Or no, this is the one. This is the one that's a flamethrower, I believe. There's one of these shields that's like a flamethrower, and the other one is like a cannon. Please show the shields. There you go. I can't actually wield it, so I can't really do much with it. Is my favorite game? No. I like it a lot, but I don't really have one singular favorite game. I just have a lot of different games that like I enjoy playing when I'm in the mood for them. That was way too early. Man just casually tries to lion's claw me. It feels extremely heavy, yeah. Okay, flame grant me strength is get. Hey, dude. Why am I still in combat? Those things are still locking onto me, despite not being anywhere near me. Edge. Breath of the Wild is yours? I enjoyed Breath of the Wild a lot. I will say, though, as much as I do like the more recent Legend of Zelda games, I kind of hope they do a return to form for the next major release they have. I'd like to see them do more of like the dungeon crawler approach than the open world stuff that they've been doing. Not to say that I don't like it, I just think that a modern day original type Zelda game would go a long way. Wish I could have seen you play it live. I mean, I do have both of my playthroughs for both of those games on my channel still. Oh yeah, Tunic is amazing. I played that when it came out as well. Very enjoyable. Yeah, the whole idea where they specifically don't allow you to open the map is because it was probably the easiest way to program in not allowing fast travel during combat. But I kind of wish they would just make it so you couldn't fast travel whatsoever. But it'll still allow us to open up the map. That would have been nice. Second day in a row, someone mentions Tunic after not being mentioned like a year. I know, right? It's crazy. It's a crazy good game, though. So, like, I get it. Oh, you know what I want to do? Hold on. Well, the guilty pleasure game, that one game that you just can't resist playing no matter how long since you've played it, minus Star Ocean till the end of time. I would say my guilty pleasure game is probably Valheim or Minecraft, one of the two. If not both. Ah. Oh, not the attack I thought he was going to go for there. Alright, most notable problem with this axe so far is the nature of it is just very short range. Noticing a lot of my swings are missing because of the small range of it. Uh-oh. He went for the second smash. Can't believe I haven't gotten a knockdown after all those hits. He did get a reset after doing the AoE, though, to be fair. You resetting? You just reset twice on me. Can you not do that? Oh, dude. That should have been a hit. He's doing the AoE again. All that build up, man. Oh, what the? Random bleed proc. Okay. What's up, Kalib? Can't turn the camera at all in Tunic, though. I think that was like the biggest downside of that game, but I understand like they wanted to keep a specific angle so that way secrets could still be secrets. Because if you could turn the camera, a lot of the area secrets would be a lot more simple to find. So I definitely understand it. Ow. That was another Crab's Treasure. It's a great game. Great little game. Oh yeah, Blood Flame on this weapon does look cool, I agree. You a little stuck there, friend? A little stuck? There you go. Get unstuck. So this is why speed is so important. If I was using O-Flame there, I would have taken a couple of hits. Ouch. Come on, then. It's closer to 1700 BD between all three platforms I've played on. almost at 1,000 on PC, and then combined 700 on PS5 and Xbox One. I'm sorry, Xbox Series. They really got to rethink the naming scheme of Xbox's consoles, man. All right, now that we got all this down here, it's time to go back up this way. Let's go get this tree up here. Some easy runes. Top 5 games then? Top 5 games. I'm a big fan of Stalker. I like Stalker a lot. Dragon Age, Origins, Mass Effects 1 and 2. Baldur's Gate, everything. But Baldur's Gate for me definitely started at Baldur's Gate 1. No, I went the wrong way. Big fan of Elder Scrolls and Fallout stuff as well. Specifically Morrowind and Fallout 3. Though I do like Fallout 1 and 2 a lot as well, of course. No idea how that guy didn't see me. Okay, so if I use Catch Flame and one-shot them, and I get, what, 4 mana back, it's actually only a loss of 6 mana. Interestingly enough. If I hit them, that is. Hey. Hey. I somehow didn't see you there. Oh my god. Brother, can you stop stabbing me? Thanks. I don't think that guy's gonna jump down on me. Let's just get this guy. Holy damages, brother. Holy damages. Mass Effect 2 was great, but the story was overrated. There's too much team building there. I would argue the opposite end. I would say the team building is what made the entire game great. I'll put it like this. If it wasn't for the team building or the loyalty missions, as what they're called, if it weren't for the loyalty missions, you wouldn't see the wide, diverse worlds and unique missions that you do in that game. It's the loyalty missions that bring you all over the Milky Way galaxy that makes it interesting. Without those, the story by itself is extremely straightforward. And I wouldn't say it's bland. I think the main story is still good, but it would make it far less interesting overall. Without that team building, the rest of the game is half of what it is. Hey, Sean. You didn't do your Wondrous Physic? I did before the last boss fight, yeah. I did it while I was still killing some of the basic mobs. Think Hades 2 will get released by holidays this year? I honestly have no idea. I've just not paid attention to it. Just kind of letting the Letting the development run its course. Very much so pretending that it just doesn't exist right now. You just got the fire tier. Does the fire tier actually add to fire damage, though? And aware that after all that effort, the Reapers still just invade everyone, though. Well, I mean, yeah, it's still supposed to be like an insurmountable force. Just because you put together a team doesn't stop them from doing the invasion, right? I won't spoil anything because I just saw that you said you're playing Mass Effect 3 right now, but the whole idea is it's meant to be high stakes and you're trying to gather the most well-rounded team to handle it as much as possible. You're gathering the galaxy's experts in every field. And if you do things correctly or incorrectly, it has direct outcomes on the rest of your story. Increases fire damage by 20%. Alright. I will go put that on then. I thought it was for fire resistance, 20%. Being closer increase the damage that incantations do? It depends. For something like Catch Flame, you have to be close because it's the only way to actually get it, right? It doesn't have range. For like a basic fireball spell, the range does not matter. It's the impact that does. For something like Pest Threads, it depends on the size of the enemy and how close you are to it, so that way you can get as many procs as possible, because Pest Threads actually has multiple hits to it, right? So for that, say again something like Elden Beast. The closer you are, the better, because it'll make it so it travels through Elden Beast's body that many more times. So in some instances, yes, in some no. It's just very circumstantial on what the spell is. A friend of mine told me the inevitability of the invasion was actually explained in a side mission in Mass Effect 2, which is somehow missed. I mean, I think if you look at it from just a general general gameplay standpoint, the invasion is inevitable no matter what. The Reapers are a machine race that are beyond ancient. They've been around for so many cycles of 50,000 years that it's uncountable. I mean, there's barely any proof of even the most recent one, let alone beyond that, because they're so thorough about their erasure of previous civilizations, right? But the inevitability of the invasion is still there and marked by proof just by conversations with certain characters that have witnessed, you know, the memories of it, like Liara, or if you speak to certain characters that have something to do with the Protheans and stuff like that. Reading codices as you progress through the game, you'll find Prothean ruins, and if you read those, then it's something that they realize the same thing that they're teaching you at that time, which is it is an inevitable, unavoidable, circumstantial thing. That is the entire story. I played that game way too much. Going off about the lore of a game I've not played in a couple of years at this point, and I still know it. Didn't mean to go this way yet. Lore Maniac can always go to the story first. There are so many codices throughout the entire franchise, Pebbleson, that it is like between Mass Effect and Dragon Age, part of why I love them so much is when you find these random little things you can pick up and read, it adds so much to that universe. It's like reading some of the most detailed novels you've ever read. It's definitely worth, like, at random points, when you say that you play for, like, I don't know, 10 to 20 hours, just stop and read all the codices that you've picked up in that last 10 to 20 hours. It'll flesh out so much of the story for you, it's unreal. It is so good. Bloodborne or Elden Ring combat system? I like both. I would say Elden Ring is probably more appealable to the masses, but I do like Bloodborne's more because it's just, I think Bloodborne's allows for a little bit more skill expression, which is fun to me. That and the Switch weapons are just so cool. The moment I knew Juice was a worthy streamer is when he recognized my name from Dragon Age lore. Hell yeah, dude. What's up, Blue? Hope you're doing well. Remember getting to the Citadel for the first time and reading all the background for hours? Yeah, man, it's something. There's so much on pretty much every alien race as well. You know what's actually real? Like, I remember when I was playing Mass Effect 1, there was so little on the Batarians, I was actually disappointed. The Batarian hegemony and how it has such a massive role on the role and lore of humans in the Milky Way galaxy in that universe as well. It's just, I'm glad they added more to it over time, of course, but man, it's like they alluded to these huge events that you just didn't really get much story on. I remember being so frustrated by that at one point. They ended up adding more to it in the future games, though. Yeah, me too, Algernon. That would have been cool, man. But also at the same time, because that's not a thing, it also just kind of creates just like the idea of amplifying the lore because of the circumstance in which they're left, right? Because of the events that happen between them. Without going into details, obviously. Southern, thank you for stopping by. You saw my last post or not about why I'm not here, but hope you're healing up well. I must have missed it. Southern. I'm sorry. But I hope everything's all right. What's up, Swedish? No, I won't, Andrew. I won't. I'm pretty sure I have one in my pocket. Oh, I actually don't have one at all. Shit. You know what? I don't care. It's fine. I fell and hit my forehead on the threshold, busted open, have a lot of neck and head problems. It's hard to sit up for too long. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Hope things improve for you really soon. Damn, that's scary. I'm sorry, Southern. I just start with DA Inquisition. I have it on Game Pass. Yeah, you can start with Inquisition. I will say, though, if you can stomach the older style gameplay of Dragon Age Origins, it is one of the greatest RPG experiences in gaming. I don't say that lightly. As someone that's played a lot of RPGs, it is still one of my all-time favorite RPGs. Even though the gameplay and graphics have generally not aged well, it is still worth it if you can look past that. Wife, thank you for 6 months of sub action on Twitch. And Anne Mary, thank you for 5 gifted members. I greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. How does it stand up to Final Fantasy 16? That's a joke, right? that is a joke, right? Please say psych. Please say psych right now. Yes, okay. Oh, I was about to go on a freaking rant, brother. Psych. Okay, he said psych. Whew. Saved. Saved. Why does that axe look so badass? It's because it takes shape of the actual blade, so it's like a crescent. Pretty cool. Come on, man. Where's the bleed proc? I don't have a golden foul foot, unfortunately, but it's whatever. I'm not that hard up for it. I don't need every level right now. Just wanted to get that. Why is everyone mad about FF16? It was a great movie. Honestly, the thing that irritated me most about, outside of everything else, and this is all I'm going to say. I'm not going to go on this huge, long-winded rant about this game again. But I will say that the biggest annoyance for me in that game was the pacing. You would go from like this power, like this level, power stage levels where you're like getting increasingly stronger, and then this big fight breaks out, right? There's just this massive fight. It's like you're Ifrit against some other just ungodly, giant, and powerful being. You're just going head to head with this thing. And then you complete the fight, and then it's just like you're back to human again, and you're fighting regular little monsters that are kicking your ass all over again. And then you do that again a couple hours later. You just go through this huge amount of cutscenes to like. You feel like this big power surge, and then it just slows right back down again. That's what kills me about that game. For me, that like the pacing is just god awful. Okay. Could be a dumb question, but if you put cold on that axe and use blood flame blade on it, can you get the frost proc plus burn them and to reset the cold? No. If you enchant it with a different element, you can't actually use the incantation on it anymore. It disallows it. Okay, what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to go down here so I can grab a golden foul foot, but also I have to pee. I want to do that first. It's like, don't give me a big kaiju mode and then take it away. Yeah. Which, you know, if you like the game, you like the game. I'm not going to take that away from you. That's just my big frustration with it. It's just that pacing is really upsetting to me. But all right, I'm going to go pee. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I am back. What's that character? Oh, you don't like Dan the Fireman? What's wrong with Dan, dude? You got a problem with Dan? What's up, Retro? When am I going to kill Radahn? After I kill a few other bosses that I want to kill. That'll give some good experience. Alright, there's a golden fowlfoot right over here. Yoink. Maybe Dan has a problem with you? Yeah, maybe. You got a problem with Dan? Maybe Dan's got a problem with you, huh? Alright, let's go kill a few bosses down this way now. You know, once you, to answer your question more thoroughly, if you use a wet blade to put any element on your weapon or any status effect on your weapon, you can no longer use any incantation or sorcery to imbue your weapon with an element beyond that. Nor can you use any greases. You basically have to choose between putting one element on there semi-permanently via a wet blade or being able to use different incantations and sorceries to imbue your weapon freely when you want to. One or the other. He's jealous because you have eyebrows? Maybe, dude. Maybe he is jealous you got eyebrows. Think Dan's hot? Hell yeah, Dan the Fireman, dude. Dan is the 5th Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. The one we never knew we needed. I didn't mean to do that one. Well. That was the wrong spell. Nope, something just died. Yeah, there are some exceptions to this rule. Clayman's Harpoon, I believe that the Tree Spear is exempt from that as well. Just stood there and tanked that guy. Just absolutely tanked him. Have a good night, Andre. The characters you have ready for the DLC, you going to do new playthroughs for the DLC? Really looking forward to it. I don't think I'm going to start any playthroughs from scratch for DLC. I'll just take any characters that I've already got. I have 10 characters on PC, including the one I'm playing now, that I can just kind of take over there. As far as, I do have 10 more characters on each console as well, but I don't think I'm going to play on console again, unless I just really want to get the achievements and trophies, maybe. I don't think I'm so interested in doing that. We'll see what happens when time goes on, though. Either way, in total... Oh, there's a gold pickled fowlfoot right there. In total, I do have 30 characters on every platform total. Or, you know, all platforms put together, I should say. Ow. You guys are still going? What the... This New Game Plus, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Yeah, he went honk. No, this isn't actual. This is not a TMNT cosplay at all. No. Oh, that completely missed. Shit. Get the hit. Thank you. Okay, thanks. What's up, Danker Planes? Every time I fight a worm, they're super spaz. Every time I watch a creator fight them, they're just like, I'm chill. Kill me, bro. I think a lot of it has to do with positioning. For that one specifically, a lot of people will just kind of run to the side or stay by the door and then wait for it to just start charging around. But if you immediately start walking towards it, I would say like 75% of the time, it'll never do the charge attack at the beginning. It might do the charge attack a little bit later, but if you just start walking towards it right away, even if you're casting spells, it generally will not do the zoomy attack. The only two that are guaranteed to open up with the zoomy attack right away is the one in Volcano Mount Gelmir, that one up there, because it starts so far away that it immediately procs that attack, guaranteed. And then the one that I fought earlier at the top of the ravine, Magma or Makar. Those are the only two that are guaranteed to do that. But if you start running towards them as soon as possible, they oftentimes will not. Even the one that's in the magma in Volcano Manor, not the one on Mount Gelmir, but the one that's inside the manor area, if you start walking towards that one immediately, sometimes it'll not do it there too. And Josh has played this game a lot, in case you didn't know. Yeah. I played the game enough to understand how you can manipulate a lot of the AI. Lizard science, true. All right. What do we got going on in here? What's the business? The only thing I need to really worry about grabbing here is the stone sword key, so I can get a return on one of the two that I just used. It's in that cage right there. I'm gonna open that up, then we can go on through to the boss. Always get lost in this dungeon. I used to a lot as well. Sometimes I'll still take a wrong turn though. It's not like I generally know the way, but it's something I can easily mix up at any time. I hate that attack missed. I've noticed axes do that a lot with some of their like 45-degree swings. Sometimes they'll just outright miss. It's very strange to me. Walk as our sheep. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna use melee. Little grabby there, fella. Ow. Don't think you have, but you've ever run the Wakizashi? No. Nope. I'm actually not too fond of katanas overall in this game, so I just never really ran it, because the only value it really gives is running it with a katana. But even so, the only value that you would ever have, truly, in my opinion, getting and running a Wakizashi with a katana is if you're putting parry on that Wakizashi. If you're not putting parry on that and actively using it, then it's not really of any value. At that point, just use 2 katanas if you're not parrying. I don't think he has any incantations of any value to me. Hold on, let me level up. Come on, Moonblade spam. No Moonblade spam from this guy. Not me, not now. Okay, we're gonna do this Everjail. Then we're gonna go kill the Putrid Avatar to the east in Dragon Barrow. And then I think I'm good to go kill Radahn. Radaniel. Maybe it's me being contrarian, but katanas in this are meh. I don't think it's contrarian. I agree. I'll admit that sometimes I feel contrarian talking about this thing, because a lot of people do like katanas in this game, but I just genuinely don't. Outside of the Dragon Scale Blade and the poison one, the Serpent Scale, or the Serpent Bone, rather. Oh, we had to stand up to die? Nice. I think a lot of it with katanas, for me specifically, is there was so much talk about Rivers of Blood when this game first came out that it just kind of made me resent the entire weapon type. I don't know if that's a weird thing to say. Yeah, Moonveil is up there as well for that. And don't get me wrong, I understand why people use them like crazy, but it's just... Yeah, I guess that you just saw them so much in such a small amount of time that it's just kind of... I want to say it even took a little bit of the magic of the game away, I feel. Because it was just so widespread. Ow. Ow. Can we stop kicking me? I'm getting my ass kicked right now. Oh. Tried to roll it. Didn't work out. Oh, that was so early. Yo, Nathaniel, thank you for 17 months of membership, dude. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I hope you're doing okay too, man. This DLC prep or just for a bit of fun? It's just for a bit of fun. Killing a little bit of time until Ghost of Tsushima comes out in a few days. Oh. I was out of the blue juice. Extra 17 months, buddy. Ah, so this shield that he gives them only gives them for physical damage. It does not block fire at all. Oh god, that was so early. Waiting to play Valheim Ashlands. I'm waiting right now, BNX, because Ashlands is only in the public test realm, which means that it is not completed. It's under testing right now. They still have a lot of tweaking to do to get to the intended experience, and I would rather wait until it's actually at that intended experience. Have you ever played Ghost of Tsushima? Only the first chapter. I've not played it in full. I'm not sure of the total count. Professional. I was hitting a town as a few days before you play Ghost of Tsushima. I mean, you know. If the game is centered around it, it's one thing. I think it was just the environment that we were kind of thrust into with the whole idea, though. Like I said, Rivers of Blood, and someone mentioned Moonveil. It just got a little... I don't want to say annoying or irritating, but it was just like, there were so many people using it. And again, nothing wrong with finding tools and using them and playing the game how you want to play. But it's just like every video I watched, every like live stream I went to, it's just like, oh god, it's the same thing over and over again. You know? Tried Helldivers 2 yet? I'm just not interested. I've played so many shooters in my life, dude. I have tens upon tens of thousands of hours in first and third person games, or specifically first and third person shooters. I just do not have interest in it at all. I've tried watching some gameplay and immediately just felt overwhelming boredom. I think that's a me problem, though. I'm just so burnt out of it because I've played so much of it. I actually played a similar type of game for a lot of hours at one point in my life as well. If you've ever seen Lost Planet, specifically Lost Planet 2, I played that game for a few thousand hours by itself. Lost Planet 2 is very similar concept, just with its own little gameplay loop. But overall, the concept is very similar. You got a video on playing Control? No. I've played it, but I don't have any content on it. Mm-hmm. Ow. Well, fire absolutely dominated that guy.
Oh, welcome. I teach and explore so that one ensuring, by the way, you do.
Let's see about getting the fireball spell finally. Since I still don't have the basic flame sling, I should get that.
May the golden order shine through you.
Alright, let's go get the tree up here now. After that, we'll do Radahn. Do more fire damage. More fire damage. There was a time in my life where playing something like Helldivers 2 would have been like the main thing for a lot of time for me. But like I said, I have so many hours in first and third person shooters that I need something deeper. I need something more risk and reward, something on the line. That game doesn't have anything major on the line that would be representative of any major personal risk and reward factor. That's ultimately what it comes down to. It's why I like things like extraction type stuff, like the Escape from Tarkov, and even a little bit of The Division, where there's something more on the line. Without that risk and reward, I just can't get invested. If I can't get invested, then it's just like I don't last long there, you know? I played Returnal? I have. It was a very fun game. Oh, dude, I forgot to change my flask again. It's going to remind me after this to change my flask stuff. Algernon, thank you for gifting a sub to Kitty Mommy. I appreciate that a lot, dude. Thank you so much. Ah, damn it. You've seen Cole recently? I saw him when we were playing another Crab's Treasure, but he works during a lot of the hours that I stream now. Oh, I forgot this guy up here too. This bell-bearing hunter. Hey, Lewis. Yes, change the flask stuff. Thank you. I don't know why I thought this it didn't boost fire attack, but I thought it was for fire defense. I don't know why I always thought that. Mm-hmm. Strength also boost flaming cans? Yeah, I remember seeing that too. Hey, Deuterino, what up? Miss anything? I had to restart my phone. I killed the putrid avatar. Hey, thanks, Thomas. I'm glad you do. I don't think there's anything I need from this guy. We'll buy this just for future use, though, just in case. All right, let's go. Not a good time to heal. Okay, we made it. What a tight window that is, dude. Amazing. Oh, shit. Mistakes were made again. Boing, boing. I'm all out of fire. I'm all out. Oh. Damn. I didn't roll. I just did not press the B button there at all. My brain just said, don't worry about it. One hit left. Yeah, that's okay. I think this is fine. I've defeated this boss without dying so many times. I think it's all right. I'm also just realizing I don't actually have the stats to wield this weapon properly. I don't have 16 strength. I get 5 out of the rune arc. I forgot about that. Let's go. Come here. That was a stellar blade moment. I just pressed L1 to parry. Completely dumb. Hey, Aaron. Why did I... I'm making some really bad moves against this guy that I generally do not make. Why? For why? That parry was actually pretty early. Can't believe I got that. Why did I not roll? I did it again where I just didn't roll. I just completely blanked on it. I knew the attack was coming and I just didn't react. Why? What's up, Jen? How you doing? That's 2 mechanical failures on my end. Why did I do that? Maybe I have too much button pressing going on between parrying and then casting. Oh, damn it, dude. We're okay. Saved. Oh. Brother! I'm sad, to be honest. Alright, that time I just had input queue. Rollings for noobs, tanking damages for vets. Thanks, Onyx Eyes. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. That time I had an input buffer. There's a bit of a queue there, so it just made it so my roll was just kind of delayed. I gotta be careful of pressing the button too many times. What's up, Josh? Dude, I need him to not do that attack after his other one. That's screwing me over so bad. No explosion on that, huh? I'm all out of juice. Oh! Okay. Just level ADP. Always level ADP, brother. Priority. We gotta take the real slow road with this one, guys. My axe is doing no damage against this guy. Stamina regen, please. Thank you. Should get a knockdown any second now. No? There it is. All right. Well, 50k runes out of the deal. Took a few tries, but we got them. I actually have to level strength up here. I am forced to level strength so I can one-hand this axe. $27k for one level. Oof. I'm not going to have enough to get any levels out of all this here. Let's go find another boss to kill, shall we? Let me see. We got all these bosses up here already. We got you. We got you. There is the guys there, the Nox duo, but meh. I don't want to fight the Deathrite bird. Screw that guy. Already got the night boss, night cav over here. Do not want to fight the duo down there. Do not want to fight the guy up. Oh, you know what? There's a night cav right there. Let's get him. O'Neill's already dead. Both of the putrid avatars are dead as well. What about BBK? Nah, fuck that guy, dude. Cannot see. Good lord, that does a lot of free damage for him. Alright, just like that, I'm out of fire juice. But we got him. Yeah, Falling Star Beast is already dead. And it's a somber 6. It's gonna be your DLC character? Not my first one, but it might end up going through the DLC. Fire juice equal gasoline. Yeah, the blue bar represents my gasoline. My petrol. Okay, we're going to grab this, and then we should be able to have enough experience to get a couple levels on the strength. What are we in the UK now? Yes. Number 7 I was thinking of is Volcano Manor? Yeah. I wasn't trying to, like, correct you just for blatantly correcting you. It was just... That's an important piece of knowledge, because I've messed those up before, too. and it caused me a little bit of strife. When I started doing my deathless runs, I thought it was a Somber 7 there. Still not going to have enough with these runes to get what I'm looking for, but that's okay. We can just go over here. What up, scared lawcats? Does Gallery offer any pyromancy? I don't think he does he? I do not think he offers any pyromancy. I know he has pest threads, which is an incantation, but I can't remember if he has any other incantations that would specifically fall under pyromancy for my build. I'm hyped for you to commit arson. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go. Why is it flipping T-Rex dog outside of his hut every single time? It's his pet. It has the spike collar and everything. Night Shard, Night Maiden's Mist, Glintstone Star? What is Glintstone Star? Oh, don't fall. Thank you. Oh, Shard. Yeah, Night Comet's really strong. Does decent damage, and they don't detect it. I shouldn't say they don't detect it, because they do know they're getting hit by it, and it can upset them the same way other sorceries do, but they don't go dodge crazy over it. Okay. Let's get him. Okay. Just burn them up. Melina healed on every hit. Fun times. Does she not heal on every hit still? Was that changed and I wasn't aware of it? How much for a level up? I just need one. About 30k. Wait, I've forgotten everything about the game. I'm going to stop now. Okay, so she does heal on every hit still. Okay, all right. Maybe there's a boss back here I didn't get. Actually, I know there's some bosses back here I didn't get. I didn't get this boss here. Also didn't get the two bosses here. Let's go get those guys really fast. Or at least until I have 30k runes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cody, I completed that a long time ago, man. Damn, where is this hill? Is it down below here? Am I... Oh my god. It is right here, I'm just not seeing it. It's right in front of me. Jesus, dude. How to navigate Elden Ring. Hey, thank you for 250 likes on the stream, guys. I appreciate it. Any and all likes go a very long way for me. I appreciate it lots. Don't actually mind Melina healing. Is the fact that she heals when hitting your shield that gets me mad. Yeah, I don't know. I look at it like this. It's a matter of her draining your resources one way or another. I look at it like she is a demigod and she is capable of drawing healing power based on anything that she drains from you. That includes your stamina. When you have a shield up, she is draining your stamina still. Maybe it's not a direct health-to-health thing, but maybe it's any resource she converts into her own health. That's the way I look at it. Dan the Fireman. Good take. It's a good way to look at it. And it's just how I've always considered it. Like, it makes her also stand out in a way as like what is supposed to be the game's most difficult boss. If she didn't have that capability, I feel like even with her damage, it would just make her feel less without the heal. I feel like her entire design was just based on the intimidation factor of just how overwhelming she can be with not only waterfowl, but healing on every single hit that she can give. As long as it's draining one of your resources, it turns into health for her. That's just... It just makes her that much more daunting to me. Obviously, I'm at the point now where I don't, like, struggle with her like I used to, but... Thinking about it, still, it's like, holy shit, that's kind of a crazy capability to heal on every hit, whether she's draining stamina or health. Like, one mess up and it's all over. Am I doing all bosses? No. No. Plus she can rot you? Yeah. During phase 2, the rot. Why not find Fire Mage's armor? Because I don't really consider the Fire Monk to be just like a basic Pyromancer. That's just like a specific line of belief. It's like one of the many religions based on fire in this game. That's a little bit too niche. I don't know if it's a weird take or not, but yeah. Ow. Only 3,200 for that boss? Okay, dude. Alright, man. Okay, game. I guess we'll just go kill some stuff until 30k. I just don't want to go fight Radahn without being able to one-hand the axe. What's your goal with this build? Just making a pyromancer with different capabilities. Dark Souls specifically, Dark Souls pyromancer, which means fire and poison. Most of the fire I'll be using is like the basic catch flame, as well as some combination of fire monk and fire giant stuff. What ending am I going for? I really don't know. Hey, Kevin. Ouch. $568 for that. Hey, Calrid. What's up, Adam? Stop stabbing me! You bitch. I'm out of the blue juice. Have you guys thought about maybe not smacking me? You know what, actually, you know what? You have every right to defend yourself, because I've not thought about not burning you, so I take that statement back, or that question back. I totally understand where you're coming from. Speaking of Radahn, on my current playthrough, I managed to break his poise right before his transition to phase 2 and completely skipped it. That's sick. That's so gratifying when that happens. It's hard to do because he has a shit ton of poise. Coward, I see you. Oh, I do have remembrances too. That's true. Why did I go back to the thing here? What's up, Jataru? Remembrances. I have no need for either of these remembrances, so I'll just burn one. What's up, Ego? Welcome back. Okay, 16 strength is what we need to one-hand this axe. That pleases me. Let's go fight Radahn. Radonald. What's up, Haji? Bum, 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 bum. Nice, Ego. Glad to hear it, man. Can there be a Reaper build in Elden Ring? Yeah, absolutely. Specifically, a Reaper build would prioritize a scythe, most likely a grave scythe, right? If not two of them. But generally one kind of fits the idea of a Reaper better. And then you can use some of the death sorceries, specifically the skulls. What are they called? I can't remember what the skulls are called. The skulls are generally not good damage-wise, but they can do a lot of poise damage. So combining those two aspects, and then maybe put Frost on the scythe, so you have both Frost and Bleed buildup, it actually can do some insane things. You do a dragon mage run? I have done a dragon warrior build already. I use Mariah's Executioner Sword and then a bunch of Dragon Communion stuff. I have a playthrough of that on my channel too. Yeah, Death Ranker, an Ancient Death Ranker, yeah. Generally not good damage-wise, but they do a lot of poise damage. They can build up poise damage really quickly, so... there's that. Definitely want this on for this. Champions! I forgot to do a thing. Hold on. Algernon, thank you for gifting a sub to Scared Lawcat. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Is spinning weapon the Godskin Ash? No. Black Flame Tornado was the Godskin Apostle one, and the Godskin Noble just has the multiple thrust one.
The stars have aligned. The festival. The festival. Before we begin. But now.
But now. He says, but now. Spinning weapon from Roger? Yeah. I do believe you can get it from him too. Yeah, I hear the Halo theme song every time I'm here too. Alright, so I'm going to save both my flask. I'm going to save my flask for phase 2 specifically, rather. Is what I'm trying to say here. So we'll not use that right away. My goal here is to get the poison on him right away at the beginning, and then I will Blood Flame Blade, and then phase 2 will just burn him. Alright, someone told me in the comments section in my Radahn guide that this was patched out, and here I am doing it live on the internet with the most recent version of the game. Commenters, be whack, yo. Why did I do that? I just pressed R1 instead of L1 to cast that spell, and it boned me. It was fixed on console if you're on PC. No, they have the same balances, dude. They do not balance them separately. The only things they balance separately are PvP and PvE. The consoles and a PC are on the same patches anyway. The internet lied? No way! I know, dude, I know. What's up, Black Witch? Has been a while. Hope you're doing well. Oh, shit. I did the wrong thing. Oh! Nailed it. Yeah, that was definitely not patched. Hey, Hawaii, how have you been? Nice roll, Josh. There's that coveted stagger that you just mentioned. Nice dodge. Too early. Oh boy, here we go with the big boy attack. We dodge left, we dodge right, and then we dodge forward. And I miss it anyway. Satch. Sedge. Yo, Bren, HP Loveshaft gifting a couple memberships on Twitch as well to Verkston and Powerful Wrath. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you very much. Yeah, I have faced him before. I feel like it's kind of random. Or I shouldn't say random. It's very hard to hit the stagger in the right spot. In order for him to not fly up in the air, you have to hit the stagger just as he's starting the animation to jump up into the sky. If you don't get it right then and there during that animation, then it's very difficult to do. Or I'm sorry, then it's impossible to do if you don't get it there, because you have to cancel that specific animation. If you don't do that, then it's just, yeah. Dude has no feet? Yeah, they got destroyed by the sand. Sag. Not Radahn. Yeah, he had to go. I'm sorry.
Ah, what the glory of falling. I can't father. He was a living. The path is not to knock. Let's meet where we'll take up us. We'll go into.
What's up, Zach?
The curtains right.
Took advice, stay home today. Doctor didn't help me at all, and now I'm probably staying home all week. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Well, hopefully, just some nice rest. We'll be able to take care of your issue from here on, you know? What's up, Ignacio? It's Stand the Fire, man. It sure is, dude. We'll take care of this boss over here, too, just for the runes. Yeah, you have to cancel his specific jump animation to cancel the whole phase 2 thing. The reason why I say it, the reason why I worded it random, it's not so random as it is hard to tell when he's actually going to stagger, because he does have a lot of poise. And it's very difficult to measure when that stagger is going to happen. It's very hard to intentionally get that. I've had it happen a couple times, but yeah. That and the jump animation is so quick too. He basically just like holds his swords up to the side, does a quick stomp, and then he's just off. Hello, gamers. Ouch. I can't believe that guy hasn't targeted me. I'm doing alright, Nimrod. How are you, man? Boing, boing, boing. Ah, that was so early. Yeah, I killed this guy because he has a golden seed and gives a good amount of runes for this point in the game. I really don't find putrid spirits to be too hard to fight. I should say tree spirits in general. Okay. And that marks Caelid completed. Algernon gifted you a sub, Mythic Blue. He gifted you one. Over on Twitch. More faith required. Let me try changing up the spells a little bit here. Let me drop this, drop that. Let me try putting on this. I don't think this spell does particularly great damage, but it could be fun to try to use it anyway. Have a good night, Lewis. Thanks for stopping by, dude. You're presently going through a cicada invasion. They're going nuts around here. Yeah, 7-year and 13-year simultaneously, right? I don't think they're in my area. You know, that jump I just did actually scared the hell out of me during my deathless runs, but I never did die there. It's just an easy way to avoid the trebuchets. What the hell was that lighting? Trebuchet is a fun word to say, less fun to type. I never thought about it like that. I should be using more talismans. I guess we'll throw on Radahn icon. What's my strat for fire giants? Poison blade and smack the toes. Was the hardest game you've ever played? Let me guess, Armored Core? No. Hardest game I've ever played. Just from a matter of perspective of my lack of knowledge on it and how difficult the curve seems to be, I would say right now, Project Zomboid. The Black Flame excluded from this run? Yeah. Hardest SNES game you've played? Honestly, don't know. The SNES, as much as I enjoyed the console and a lot of the games I've played on that console, back then I wasn't playing video games so much to be challenged. The whole challenge aspect of playing games didn't really hit me until just after high school. That's when I specifically would go out of my way to play difficult games and games on the hardest difficulty in general. But before then, I didn't really go for the challenge specifically yet at that time. I just played what I enjoyed. I mean, I still do, but it's just I'm more difficulty oriented these days. I play hard games to feel something. Come on. Just don't want to get that guy's attention. Jesus Christ, spear guy. Hell yeah. That's what's up. Alright, that spell sucks against him. He's too mobile. Well, we can burn his toes a little bit if he walks in the fire some more, I guess. What about Game Boy Advance games? I actually didn't play much Game Boy Advance. I played more on Game Boy Pocket and Color. I stopped playing handheld games mostly after Game Boy Color. Not to say that I didn't play the occasional from there, but it was largely just... The Game Boy Advance came out in a time in my life when I was playing a lot of other stuff. I was just very out of the realm of mobile, or not mobile, but handheld market at that point. You know, the feeling of just pure depression and wanting to be locked in the house for a few days? Oh yeah. Shit, I don't even have to be depressed to want that, dude. I'm as homebody gets. So you said the Game Boy original cannot fit in your pocket? Oh. Did you not have cargo shorts, Retro? Did you not wear cargo shorts, bud? Of course it could. You just had to have those big pockets, the ones down by the knees, you know? Fits in a fanny pack, that's also true. Man, I grew up in the age of fanny packs too. I never wore one myself, but I remember a lot of adults at that time when I was younger, like in the 90s, a lot of people wore fanny packs, dude. I love a Game Boy smacking my knees. Hey, we go through pain for our video games, okay? We go through pain for our video games. You know what I need to do? I need to level up my weapons. That's what I really need to do. I am severely lacking on weapon power right now. Are you using an axe if you're a pyromancer? Did you not play Dark Souls 1 Entranced? Or Dark Souls 3? Where pyromancer class starts with an axe? Quite literally, axes are the main weapons of pyromancers in Dark Souls lore. What up, One Shot? How you doing? Played V Rising? I've never played it, no. I've heard great things about it, though. Yeah, I have Sacrificial Axe on. Damn, that was so early. So was that pretty new Dark Souls game? Well, there's your answer then. That is why. Yeah, in Dark Souls lore, pyromancers start off the game with axes. It's their main weapon that they use. It's like their main thing. Not to say that they can't go into swords as well, but I thought it would be cool to play the role. Do 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 do. What up, Raph? How you doing? This spell, Flame of the Fell God, is actually pretty good to use against larger bosses that lack mobility. It does a big burst in damage and then they sit in the fire. And I imagine because it's doing fire damage, it's slowly whittling down their poise as well. I have to imagine. Alright, let me go get the other smithing stone bell bearing here. Gotta go this way for that. Mythic Blue, if you are on... I don't know how it works on mobile, but towards the top right where you see like your account and stuff, you should see like a little like box icon you can click on. It'll show you things that you've received. I'm using Sacrificial Axe, Chrisen. Hey, Crown, how you doing? FTL is like $2 on Steam. Probably some of the best $2 you'll ever spend on a video game, to be honest with you. Did my game just freeze up? I feel like with how dim the color is, it did. Oh yeah, straight up crash. Alright. Please hold. We straight up crashed. Crashin' ring. Oh, I'm not a fan of the world tendency mechanic in Demon's Souls at all. Not a fan of that whatsoever. My Sacrificial Axe because it returns mana to me anytime something near me dies. Favorite weapon? Godslayer Greatsword. You gonna load OBS? What are we doing? Oh, there we go. There we go. It took it a minute, but it got there. Negative Steam review time. Game crashed on day 800. Honestly, how dare you crash after all the time I've spent here? Honestly, how dare you? First of all, I spent 60 USD over 2 years ago. You have my money. You have probably spent my money already, so I probably can't get it back. But I demand a refund nonetheless. That's honestly probably an actual review somewhere. No problem, Blue. I hope you're able to find it. That's exactly how money works, yeah. What game's coming up soon do you plan to play? Ghost of Tsushima comes out on the 16th. That's in 3 days. I want to check that out. I've never done a full playthrough of the game. I would kind of like to. We'll see how I enjoy it though. I'll be honest with you guys, if I am not having a good time with it, then I will stop playing it. Just so you know. Like anything else, if I'm not enjoying it, I will stop. So keep that in mind. But as of right now, I do plan on doing a full playthrough of it. I also plan on playing Hellblade 2, which I think comes out on the 21st. And then after that, I don't know. I kind of want to play some survival game sometime soon on stream. Maybe we'll check out V Rising at that time. Maybe we'll play some... You know, I've kind of wanted to play... I've never played it. I kind of want to try State of Decay 2 sometime. That could be fun. We'll figure it out, though. A new Ghost of Tsushima? No, it's still the same Ghost of Tsushima, but it's coming out on PC. It's previously only been on PlayStation, now it's going to be on PC. Sekiro Shadows Die twice? Yeah, I've already played it twice, so I can't play it anymore. It's against the law. That's illegal. I don't make the rules, man. It's just how it is. Hey, nice Dark Death. Thanks for joining me. $60 USD and I only got 1,700 hours before I crash? Trash, I'll tell you. Yeah, dude, exactly. You know, I often, you guys know, I am often like one of the first people that will bash on Steam reviews. I don't think I've ever told you why. There was a time before I started streaming, I read a review. I can't remember what game it was for. But it was some game. I was just looking to buy a game and play it. It was some RPG. I remember I was looking for a nice RPG to play at the time. I can't remember which one. It might have been Dragon's Dogma? Dark Arisen? Possibly?
Well, I took you no matter to lay out your own.
And back then, I looked at this review. And this review had a guy that played upwards of 3,000 hours of this game. It was over 3,000 hours, and he gave it a negative review, and all he said was trash. Just one word, trash. That's it. That's all he said. No more than that. 3,000 hours in this game. Gives it a negative review, just says trash. Are you fucking kidding me?
Only fine. You have now to become the thing as much. Become.
After 3,000 hours, you're going to say trash? Sarcasm? Here's the thing. Even if it is sarcasm, that immediately invalidates the entire review system by itself. There's no redeeming way to look at this. If it is sarcasm, giving it a review immediately invalidates the entire review system at that point because you can't take anything seriously. If it is a real review, how the hell can you play 3,000 hours of a game and then just say one word in a negative fashion about it? And therefore, you can't take it seriously. There is no redeeming factor here. There is no way to justify it. Only 3K hours? Obvious trash. Shit, what was I gonna do here? Oh, I got the talisman pouch. Masochism just couldn't stop playing a bad game. Sounds like a skill issue. Charge spells and skills. I don't think I'm actually charging any of my spells. I don't think I can. That's kind of a waste. Love your weapons. Yeah, I gotta go get the other thing first. I came back here specifically to get the talisman pouch. I still have to go get the other thing. Yeah, it is like that too. This meal was awful. I want my money back, but you ate it. But you ate it though. Are you not worried about the Ghost of Tsushima kind of bad luck omen thing playing again? I'm not generally a superstitious guy, James. It's just kind of a joke that I've made. I'm not genuinely worried about it now. I'm not a superstitious guy at all. It's just a bit of a joke that I've made about it. If you have flame sling that can be charged, that is true. I just haven't used it much. But yeah, that's the entire idea as to why I just don't look at Steam reviews. Ever since that moment in time, it's like, yeah, I can't take these reviews seriously ever again. You played the Horizon games? I have. They're awesome. I love those games. I actually, every time this comes up in conversation, I mention how much I want a survival game in the Horizon universe so bad. Imagine the combat. The combat and the monsters and machines that you fight in that game, right? Combine that with the building aspect of Rust and or Grounded, and then make it so there's a skill tree that makes sense in a survival game fashion, and make it either co-op or PvP, whatever you want to do. Have both servers, you know, have both types. That would be sick. Maybe even make it so certain things can be tamed, like Ark style. Like have a watcher, or like multiple watchers, just kind of like guarding your base, and if they see something, then alarms go off, you know? You can have other machines that react with it. Obviously, I don't want people going out there and taming like the mastodons or the tyrannosauruses, but stuff under that, sure, like medium level stuff, you know? All right, we got the thing. Let's go here. I like the first game more, but I still enjoyed Forbidden West. I have 12 of those on my pocket already. Level up the axe. The saber claws are nuts, yeah. I just think that the Horizon universe would be quite awesome to have a survival type game in. Yeah, I'll be playing Hellblade 2 on stream. Think about MMOs. I generally avoid playing MMOs because I enjoy them a bit too much. That's where I am at with MMOs. I've spent many tens of thousands of hours of my life playing MMOs as well. Mostly things like RuneScape, Tibia, Anarchy Online, Guild Wars 1 and 2, and a bunch of time spent trying so many others along the way. Juice is going to join me in EVE Online? No. No, I'm not. No, I'm freaking not. Okay? We'll start not a corp. Ooh, that's actually clever. I missed my attack? Every time you fight a tree sentinel, think of mid-tours. Ooh, I left a mark on you. Ah. Yeah, fighting bosses that I can just kind of get the drop on and do some big damage to like that is kind of nice. Just kind of do a huge explosion of damage right away, you know? Okay, let's see. Some more bosses need fighting. Let's go fight them, shall we? I played PoE when it first came out, ages ago. Ages and ages ago. I wasn't too fond of it back then. But also, I just think that it wasn't what I was looking for. I do not deny that it does look like something I would heavily enjoy now. But I think at that time, I was still feeling the burnout from playing so many thousands of hours of Diablo 2. And you're probably asking how I have so many thousands of hours in so many different games. Here's the thing. I used to play MMOs, a lot of them. And on the side, I would play a lot of other games while things in the MMOs were happening. As you guys know, if you've ever played an MMO, MMOs have a lot of downtime. A lot. And so because of that, you end up in a situation where you're just like waiting for time to pass in the MMO for whatever it is that you're doing while you're just playing another game. This is actually how I got into Battlefield. That's how I got into Stalker. That's how I played a lot of other single player stuff back when I was in middle and high school. A good example of what I mean by downtime is if you're fishing or mining in RuneScape, in between all the things that you're doing there, you would have a lot of time just sitting there doing nothing while the game is just playing. And so that's how I have a lot of time in multiple games all at once. Not too early. Damn it, stop it. Huge fireball in the air, not suspicious to the boss? Yeah, man. I wouldn't be suspicious of a huge fireball either. No reason to be, right? Surely. Yeah, that's how I would be playing multiple games at once whenever I was playing an MMO. Another good example is if you've ever played Tibia, then you know the concept of training and or mana sitting. What this means is in Tibia, there were skills. There are skills, and in order to advance them, you need to actively use them. So what a lot of people would do is they would have a friend like a sorcerer that could summon. They would summon a monster called a monk. And monks in that game are like, they're able to heal. They heal themselves while they fight you. So they would heal while you're hitting them with a very low-end weapon. Let's say like a standard axe in that game, I think had 12 attack, which is a very low stat. So I would sit there with a friend while they were mana sitting on their sorcerer or druid. They would summon a monk, and then I would hit the monk. So that way my skill would advance while they're also advancing their own skills. And then the both of us would go play a game together, or we'd just play our own single player games at that time. Yeah. That is how you rack up a lot of hours in multiple games simultaneously. What's up, Indy Hizzy? Borderline exploiting what is MMOs? No, I wouldn't say it's exploiting. When you're given systems, and as long as you're not, like, I would say exploiting would be something along the lines of like finding like an infinite respawn of something that spawns real fast to farm it for experience and or loot. But that was a very much so an intended mechanic. You are meant to advance your skills. Just because you advance your skills doesn't mean you have to go around like fighting the toughest of stuff at that time, you know? It's how the game was built. You were very much so intended to train your skills. Where am I going? I missed it. Honestly, not sure why I'm going over this way to kill this guy. But we're already here, so we may as well do it. Nope, wrong one. Oof. Oh, yeah. That bleed caught me. There we go. I was told I did not beat the game because I used summons. I was yeah, see that's another thing too. It's like that's an intended mechanic. You're fine. Elitism knows no bounds. I watched the first season of Sword Art Online, but I'm generally not too big on anime, so I didn't watch anything after that. I enjoyed it, I just didn't continue it, you know? People love the gatekeep. Yeah, I would say pretty much any game that has any semblance of a community at all, there's always going to be some type of gatekeeping going on. The saddest of it is, like, the saddest part of it is, in order for the future to be better for that game and for the longevity of that online community, the gatekeeping actually holds all of that back. It reduces the population by forcing people out. That's never a good thing. It's never ever a good thing. You want as many people involved as possible because it just, like, it's more people that are talking about it word of mouth, you know, and spreading the word about it and getting more people involved and helping it grow. I don't think Flame of the Fell God's a good idea here, but I'm hoping I can lure it to me in time for it to really pop off. Nope, I did that way too soon. Let's try again. Ouch. No. Not a good play. Oh. That's kind of funny, actually. Why was that so delayed? That was weird. Playing Destiny 2? Nice. There's been a lot of people playing Destiny 2 in the recent days. Something big going on there, or just coincidence? Ouch. Oh. Giving away all the expansions for free? Holy. Never played Destiny 2 and don't know much about it. Is it an MMO? It wants very badly to be an MMO without outright calling itself an MMO. I talked about this yesterday. It's actually my biggest gripe with the game. They want so badly to have the type of service that an MMO would give without actually giving it the MMO treatment with expansions and such. They want so badly to be an MMO, but will not say it. And I don't know why. It's honestly the biggest thing holding the game back. Stop doing live service and start doing actual MMO style expansions and the game will profit immensely, I guarantee it. But for whatever reason, they just won't. Is there a mechanic or debuff in Elden Ring that lowers healing effects? I don't know about lowers healing effects, but there are certain things that will disallow healing, like the Ash of War on the Winged Scythe. It'll make the character have like this smoke come off of them, or fog. It's actually a magical effect that makes it so they cannot heal as long as it's on them. I want to say it lasts like 20 seconds or something. I want to say there's other things that apply that same effect in this game as well, but I can't recall. What's up, Vosto? I think Destiny is a very good game, but it just has like a major fault by being a live service game. If it did not have the live service thing going on and they actually put expansions out that would be of MMO size and quality, the game would just be something. Like, it would be just such a powerhouse. At least in my own personal opinion. It does really well with what they have going on, which is the crazy thing. It does well for what it is. But I think if they were to treat it like a full-on, first-person, co-op MMO with PvP elements, it would just be otherworldly good. Leave it to live service models ruining some of the greatest potential I've seen in gaming in recent years. Oh god. That was almost bad. My clan name in Destiny 2 is Necro's Horde, homie. Oh, it's been a while, huh? It has been a while. Hey, Coz and Arrow, how's it going? I'll take the shadow mechanic over the stupid insta-death chariots. What about shadow insta-death chariots? What if... What if both? Oh, dude. Come on. Oh my damages! Holy shit, dude. Flame of the Fell Gods just annihilated that guy. Okay, but that's just never gonna happen, right? I honestly don't know at this point. I'm expecting some insane stuff in the DLC, man. Ooh, how is Lanceax gonna be? How is Lanceax gonna be? What it's like to chew 5 gum. I wonder, you know, I do know that the ancient fire giants and the heroes of Zamor used to be at war with one another. This would be, I feel like this wouldn't be the way of it, but imagine if there was a specific weakness to the heroes of Zamor from specifically fire giant based incantations. And vice versa, using Zamor Storm and stuff like that on the fire giants. I think that'd be interesting from a lore standpoint. I did a fast travel here to spend my runes and get my mana and stuff back, because Lanceax is kind of a bitch. Sorry, beat size 10 out of 10. Yeah, I'm just saying from like from a lore standpoint, because they were at actually quite a standstill according to the lore, right up until the right up until Marika had her way with those in Liurnia and brought the war to the north. How the hell did you manage to turn like that? Excuse me? Wait, did you just cancel your attack? Oh, you're just resetting it? Okay. Jesus, that damage. Oh, tail. You, what? I was stuck on the rock, damn it. It just swung its head and knocked me out. What was my strongest playthrough? Probably my Deathless run, just because that was like the most optimized character I created. God damn it, dude. I was sitting here wondering why I couldn't move. It's because I was stuck against a rock. Oh, you know what, actually? Hold on. A better play. Take it easy, scared lawcats. Yeah, being able to dye armor would be interesting, wouldn't it? Oh god. Totally lost track of him there. Oh my god, dude. Please hit the foot. Smack the beans. I hate fighting this boss. Have I got a bleed proc yet? I don't think I have I? I certainly haven't noticed one. Poison did great there, though. Will you stop flying away? Holy shit, man. This guy. There's the blade. Lance Axe is such a nightmare of a boss, dude. Come on. Just die. What's going on, Derek? How you doing? What's up, Ivan? Hey, no problem, dude. I'm glad I could help out. Such a pain in the ass fight. Holy. Holy jeez. All right. There's a bell-bearing hunter up here I can take out. Let's go do that. You hit the like button? Thank you for doing so, man. To beat Wormface? No, I've not gone down that way yet. It would kind of make sense if Wormface was weak to fire, right? Is he weak to fire? Any knowers? I want to say he is. What was the question? Is Wormface weak to fire?
His custom well.
Yeah, being weak to holy also makes sense. It's weak to slash. My axe is standard. Oh, he's strong to holy? What the? What the? Alright, that was satisfying. Okie dokie. What do I want to do now? We do have the S scaling on this now too. Let's go get the dragon guy. Draconic Tree Sentinel. Guy looks like he's throwing lemon in his cheeks. Hey, that's Dan the Fireman. That's Dan the Fireman you're talking about. What up, Shane? Let's see if we can avoid getting hit by arrows. The guy in front of me is going to target me first. Okay. Nice. He's aiming me here, so he can't do a full 180 yet. Arrow's still trying to fly up this way. You see that? No, I won't Blood Flame. Oh, I shouldn't have rolled that way. Why'd I do that? Get the hell out of the way of that one. Oh, look at that. I mean, the Fel God is strong. It actually is hitting pretty damn hard for the openers, isn't it? Just setting one out to open up a fight, it seems to be quite powerful. It's just a big explosion of damage. Quite nice. Getting it to land against some enemies is going to be tough, but being able to open up with it definitely shows it can be strong. That MFer caught flame, know what I'm saying? Oh, he caught the fire, dude. He caught it. What up, Devin? $50 Faith. Someone remind me, what's the soft cap on Faith? Any knowers? Let's go get that guy. I hate this guy, worst boss ever, now killing the Gargs to enter. Yeah, at least you have the choice, right? At least there's choice. Oh, he soft cap these nuts? Listen, bitch. Listen, bitch. Pyro's usually the first alt I make, but I just retrofitted a Faith build into all my Holy Lightning Fire guy. I think that, I know a lot of people really didn't like, when this game first came out, they didn't like how Faith was formed in this. But I like it quite a bit. I like how the Faith stuff works here. I do. 20, 50, 80. All right. So we just hit the 50 cap. I'm going to keep leveling it all the way to 80, though. Every little bit. Love that my Faith character was cursed and had horrible luck. Oh, no. Near the start, some incants were underpowered. After I beat the game of Strength Faith, they buffed several incants. Classic. Unfortunate. Let's see what to use. Right now I'm using the finger seal, but I do plan on changing up to the giant seal later on. But that's not until after fire giants. Flame of the Fell God's going hard right now. Okay. This is a great spot to leave off for the night, guys. When I come back tomorrow, we'll finish up killing some bosses in Altus Plateau, make our way into the city. We'll go into the sewers. We'll do some sewer business, and then we'll fight Morgoths. And then we'll do some stuff over at Mount Gelmir before heading up to the mountains. That's the plan, all right? That's the plan. Thank you all for tuning in tonight. I hope you enjoyed your stay. I will see you again tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope to see you guys then. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for leaving a like on the video. Welcome to all the new followers and subscribers. Thanks for all the memberships and gifted subs and stuff. I appreciate it loads. And I will see you tomorrow. Until then, be excellent to each other. Have a good night, everyone. You're on Destiny 2 waiting for me? Yeah, it's not going to happen. Later, dudes.